Murder Go Round, scene excerpt, written by Phillip E. Hardy, based on myth and bullshit. Exterior car. Reed and Jones exit the vehicle. Jones turns on his flashlight, holds it up to the hill. Underneath a torch, the two cops see what appears to be the naked torso of a woman with arms and legs outstretched.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
Reed pulls a service revolver and looks around. Jones starts climbing up towards the body. As he gets closer to it, he notices that the arms and legs have been neatly severed from the torso. He shines his light above the torch, sees the decapitated head of a young woman. On her forehead, the word whore is written in red letters.
God help us.
Joe turns, looks down at Reed. Reed extends his arms to indicate, what the hell?
I'm calling for backup.
Jones yells back.
Get Curtis down here. We have a maniac on our hands.
Jones turns back to glance at the body for a moment. He vomits in the tall grass. Exterior highway, night. There are several squad cars parked on the beach road. A cop stands with a flashlight directing early commuters headed for work. Several cops stand at the base of the hill. Exterior hillside. The newly discovered crime is roped off from a few yards below. Dressed in a rumpled blue suit, Detective Sergeant Roland Curtis, 32, stands examining the murder victim. He looks both physically fit and purposeful. Taking pictures is a crime scene investigator named Otis Valentine, 35.
This one's really special, Roland.
Roland shakes his head.
Whoever staged this definitely has a flair for the dramatic.
The flash from the camera goes off.
What's he got it nailed down with?
Roland stoops down to look at the victim's ankles.
Those are railroad spikes.
Otis sighs, takes another picture.
Oh, she was dead before he did that.
Roland lays his palm on the woman's right leg.
This woman was dead long before she got here.
Otis bends down, takes a picture of the left leg.
How do you suppose the killer managed such precise cuts?
Roland takes a closer look.
Maybe a surgical knife, maybe some kind of amputation saw, maybe even a bandsaw with a thin blade.
Did the Bobbsey twins find any identification?
Nope.
Roland stands up and climbs up by the woman's head. He squats down to examine the face. He shines his flashlight at it.
She was a real looker.
Otis climbs up, takes a picture of the victim's face.
What did he use to write on her forehead? Is it blood?
Roland leans in really close, sniffs.
It's lipstick.
Otis glances down at Roland.
I wonder if it was hers.
Roland stands up, wipes his hands.
You got all the pictures you need?
Yeah.
Then get her bagged up and take her to the coroner. But see if you can get prints before the autopsy.
Otis cocks his head.
Why?
I want to get this woman identified as soon as I can.
Otis nods. He stoops down, picks up the head with gloved hands, and places it next to the torso.
I'll take care of it personally.
With an old blanket, Otis covers over the body and severed head. The two men start walking down the hill. A Herald Examiner news van pulls up behind the line of squad cars.
Oh, crap.
What are you going to tell him?
Roland gets an irritated look.
I don't know yet.
A weaselly-looking guy with a camera and a cigarette hanging out of his mouth, Bob Reno, 33, pushes his way past a uniformed officer. He smiles at Roland.
Hey, what do you got going, Roland?
We're not sure yet, Bob, but I'll keep you updated.
Bob flicks his cigarette on the ground.
Hey, don't bullshit me, man. I got a tip from someone who said you got a real freak show up here.
Roland grabs Bob by the neck and walks him away from the other officers. Bob shakes loose.
Get your hands off me.
Roland softens a bit, smiles.
Look, Bob, you're right. This is something unusual. But give me a break tonight, and I'll give you first crack at information and selecting pictures.
Bob
When?
interrupts.
As soon as I can identify the victim.
It's a woman, right?
Roland nods.
Yeah, it's a woman.
All right. I'll keep this under wraps until I hear from you.
Roland pats Bob on his shoulder.
Now you run along and I'll call you.